Hey Condors, it's your boy Mr. Roberts here with a little social distance and science for you on this Wednesday. Hey, are you ready? Log into McGraw Hill and let's get started. We're going to be starting with the investigation stargazing. So, why does the view of the sky change over time? Have you ever looked up at the sky on a clear, dark night and seen stars? If you look at a clear night sky for a long time, what do you notice about those stars? Well, rather than waiting for nighttime, let's watch a video. Ooh, pretty. So, what did you notice about these stars? So, what do you think is happening? Why did that image look like that? You can write, you can also draw if that makes it easier for you. Go ahead, pause the video and write and draw, and when you're done, click play. That takes us to our next object. Read about why does the view of the sky change over time? Open that up and read along with me. So why does the view of the sky change over time? Every day the sun appears to move from east to west across the sky. It seems as if the sun is moving around Earth. However, it's Earth's rotation that causes the sun's apparent motion. Earth rotates from west to east. As a result, the sun appears to move from east to west across the sky. The stars and the moon also seem to move from east to west across the sky due to Earth's west to east rotation. To better understand this, imagine riding on a merry-go-round. As you and the ride move, people on the ground appear to be moving in the opposite direction. In the same way, as Earth rotates from west to east, the sun appears to move from east to west. Okay, let's try another little investigation. So, go ahead and move on to investigation ahead of the curve, which is how I think of all of you. So, why is Earth warmer at the equator and colder at the poles? You know this, right? It's cold at the poles, and it's much warmer at the equator. What causes this? Let's find out. Okay, I'm gonna make a demonstration. So, let's go to the classroom. Oh, and I think we've got some props with us today. Why, yes, we've got our fancy globe of science, and we have a flashlight. Okay. I'm going to turn the flashlight on. Ooh, now it's time for me to tell a ghost story. No, it's not. It's time for us to do a little science. So, we've got a globe. We've got the sun pointing right at the equator. Oh, where is it brightest? Now, what happens though if the sun isn't exactly on the equator? Ooh, now where is it brightest? Let's think about this. And go back to our online textbook. So, what did you see? What kind of shapes did you see? To help you with that, let's look at it. Let's look at that again. Let's turn off some lights here so it's a little more apparent. Okay. Here's our globe. Here is our... Oh, actually, that looks really well. What kind of shape do we see, right? It's pretty circular. What happens when it's raised up a little? Is it still circular? Definitely not as circular as it was. A little more elongated. And think about this. At which location on the globe is the light more spread out? On the equator or away from the equator? Okay, take a second, answer those. I'll turn my lights back on. Dink. Oh, there I am. And when you're ready, click play and we'll continue. Let's do a little reading. Click on over to read about why is Earth warmer at the equator and colder at the poles. So, as the Earth orbits the sun, only one half of Earth's face faces the sun at a time. The beam of sunlight carries energy. The more sunlight that reaches a part of Earth's surface, the warmer that part becomes. Because Earth's surface is curved, different parts of Earth's surface receive different amounts of the sun's energy. Suppose you shine a beam of light on a flat card. As you tilt the card relative to the direction of the light beam, light becomes more spread out on the card's surface. As a result, the energy that the light beam carries also spreads out more over the card's surface. An area on the surface within the light beam receives less energy when the surface is more tilted relative to the light beam. Hey, let's try that out. Back in the classroom, we've got our flashlight of science. More scary stories. And let's grab something to shine that light on. So look at how bright that is. What happens though when I tilt it? It's getting less bright. Okay. Now, instead of being flat like the card that we just saw, Earth's surface is curved. Relative to the beam of sunlight, Earth's surface becomes more tilted as you move north or south from the equator. As shown below, the energy in a beam of sunlight tends to become more spread out the further you travel north or south from the equator. This means that regions near the poles receive less energy than regions near the equator. This makes Earth colder at the poles and warmer at the equator. Does this match what you already know about the Earth? One last thing for today. 3D thinking. Why is Earth warmer at the equator and colder at the poles? Come on, computer. Based on your observations from the ahead of the curve investigation and the model you used, how is the sun's energy received on Earth? What effect does Earth's curved surface have on temperature? Okay, answer that and we're done for the day. Hey, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're staying safe. If you go outside, make sure you're wearing a mask and stay away from people that you don't actually live in the same house with. Later.